Here we are at the VAFA Politics Awards night. Now, as you can see, I am by myself for the first time in 3 years. Unfortunately, Lenny couldn't join me. He's tired from carrying me all season, but instead it will be just me. It will give you some red carpet arrivals, some interviews throughout the night, and really all the glitz, glamour, and the award winners of the very first combined awards night from our men's and women's competition. Maddie Lister, none other than the Glen Ira Old McKinnon as well. Yeah. Division 4 medalist. How are you feeling tonight?
Nervous, but I'm feeling good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling wonderful. You're actually my first interview, so this could go absolutely anywhere.
We're both nervous.
So, did you expect it the other night when we called your name out and we called you up? We're expecting the win, and I guess you won by quite a few votes, so we're expecting to do it in such a dominant fashion.
No, I wasn't expecting it at all. I only won by one vote, actually. So.
Well, I know what I'm talking about.
No, I only won by one vote. So it was Joanna from Albert Park. I was expecting her to sneak up on me, but yeah, it was good.
Now, we did mention this on the podcast, but a lot of people might have seen Sienna before with a head torch on because the lights did go out a couple of times. How much stick have you got for that photo?
Yeah, a lot. The head torch in the paper, in a few papers actually. A lot of people sending messages and letting me know about that.
There's a few things going on tonight from Old Brighton's point of view. Obviously, you've got, I think, Nick Pavlou, Harry Hill should poll pretty well on the men's side of things. We've also got Hamish Dick, who's been shortlisted for the Rising Star. What are his chances?
They're good chances. Hamish is a favourite.
Is he?
Yeah.
What's good about him?
He's just a good player all round. He's a good guy, good attitude on the field.
And he's probably kicked the goal of the year too against St Kevin's. I don't know if you've seen it or heard about it.
I'm not sure if I've seen that one, but I feel like I'm going to go give it a Google when I get home now.
How are you feeling? Stuff the boys. How are you feeling being shortlisted?
Not bad. Pretty good.
So, we do know that your boyfriend, Matty Freeman, I texted him the other day actually, he reckons you're a pretty hot chance.
Really? He always does, actually.
How's this been? How are you, mate? Sorry, mate, I've left you hanging there. Have you kicked the goal of the year?
Oh, I don't reckon. There are plenty of good goals throughout the year. I don't reckon I've got that one. I mean, it's a tough competition, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely.
So what meant more to you? Representing the Big V or kicking that goal at St Kevin's?
Well, kicking the goals for my club, which is really good, so I enjoyed that a lot. But the Big V was a good honour, so I really enjoyed that as well. Tough to split them actually. So
we'll go at how are you, Pav?
Good, how are you?
Very well, mate, but I didn't have 10 games with 30 plus disposals. You liking your chances tonight?
Well, if it's to go by your podcast, I might be a chance. You blokes pumped me up a bit, but I think I personally think what's St Bernard's captain? Bentic. I reckon he's a good shout tonight.
I'm not going to lie, he's still my fave, but I reckon Joey and Wall have you covered.
Yeah.
You happy with that?
Well, I had an interview with them when you were away the other week, and they're good fellas.
Was it a garbage interview because you didn't have the intellect that was Nick Armistead?
They were all right.
You're being very, very kind.
How are
now,
you?
this man is a VAFA tragic, at least once.
Didn't get a call up this year.
But you've been on the podcast twice?
Nah, once as well.
Once.
Media Day, royalty.
Oh, mate, how many media days do you reckon you've been at?
Done 3 in a row.
This man, there's no one else put their hand up, and he just comes along and just saves the day.
Yeah, it gets left to the last minute and no one else is ready to skip work, so I guess I have to.
And I'm assuming that's kind of like it is on the footy field, like a few other boys not pulling their weight, and that's why you've got to stand up in the last quarter, take a few contested marks in the goal square and kick a couple of sausage rolls.
Oh, I didn't mind that. I drifted forward a little bit this year and got on the scoreboard, which was nice. It helps when you got Pav and Fish in the middle who were doing a bit.
The big man, the president, George Voyage.
How are you tonight?
I'm very well, mate. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Now, you've got to give a speech tonight, as you do at every VAFA event. How are you feeling? Do you get nervous?
Quietly confident. Yes.
Any zingers?
Well, the big advantage is that last Friday we had the luncheon at Zinc, and hopefully not too many of the people that were at Zinc are here tonight, so we might be able to crack the same gags and still not get a laugh.
He's going to recycle the material. I love that. Just lastly, George, you've called Joey Pignataro, Joey Pignatro on Friday. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. He was shattered.
Well, What happened was I couldn't read my own writing, and just before I went up, I asked one of your colleagues for the correct spelling, and the rest is history.
You can't trust those staff at
Joey,
HQ.
and Joey's not getting a mention tonight, Joey. Sorry, mate.
Lovely to be here tonight, and thank you for the kind invitation, because I just do my best. I pedal away, and it's a pleasure to be amongst such illustrious company.
Tip for tonight.
Cordy will win tonight. This young fella is a star, probably, but I think Cordy will win because it's just a standout year and the best team in the comp.
Let's keep moving along to this.
I knew you'd find me. These aren't both mine.
I find you every single time. Dooms, how are we, superstar?
I'm very well. How are you?
Very well. So you're still at Caulfield?
Yes.
I just need to say that because I wasn't here for the grannies, but you guys won.
We did. It was very exciting. It was a tough fight. We had a really fun season against Xavier all year. They gave us the most competitive games for the entire season. And it was a shocking day, like just a complete slugfest. It was 14-0 in the end, like no scores at all. So it was, definitely hard fought, and Xavier gave us a good fight. But it was very exciting to come out on top.
Most importantly, how were the celebrations?
They were good. We went out on the Sunday afterwards, which was good fun. A few very sorry faces the next Monday morning at work. And then we had our silly Sunday the week after, which was very fun. And we've got all our club best and fairest coming up. So, still on the high, which is really exciting.
We're going to keep moving along to... Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Now, I'm not going to ask you about the weekend.
No, don't.
I'll ask you about the Run 2 finals. Geez, that was good.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was very good.
Now, tell me about this gentleman just to your left here.
Ben Daru.
Benny Daru.
Yeah.
How nice was it to see him back in half-back, despite how well he was actually playing in the ruck?
It was lovely. He did a great job for us in the ruck, but he was great in the back line. He can play every back line, forward line, you name it.
How do you reckon he's going to speak when I put the microphone in front of him?
Yeah, very well.
Well, this is Benny Daru. Now, we've absolutely loved your work this year, mate. They've forced your hand. You've had to go in the ruck, obviously, with Penberthy and Posty out, and Sofronides just being basically a wingman. How'd you find it?
Took me a few weeks to warm up to it, but I actually didn't mind it. Like, apart from the centre bounce, obviously giving away some height, like be around the footy, sort of sneak forward a bit, being a dour defender. Most of my career, it was nice to hit the scoreboard a few times. So,
well, I want to ask you about coming up against Anthony Lynch, who we can all probably say is probably the strongest ruckman. How'd you go when you were bodying up to that man?
Yeah, I woke up sore on the Sunday, so...
Well, come over, we're going to talk Tommy Stafford really quickly because I need to get some tips on him. Because he's the doyen of women's football in the VAFA. So obviously tonight we're the Woodrow Medal for the William Buck Premier Men's BNF, but also the women's is announced tonight as well. Any tips for us?
Look, I think it might come from a girl at Trinity, probably Imogen, but I think Vanessa Murphy will poll pretty well as well.
You don't think they'll steal votes off at each other?
They will steal votes, but I think they've won enough games in the bank where they'll get a lot of 3s and 2s, so yeah, I think one of those will pull it off.
Jeez, we're trying to get people in. Are we getting people in? Not on my watch, we're not. We are. Look, we were with Tom the Rock Caven.
Hello, Nick.
How are you, great man?
I'm very good. Yourself?
Now, they're trying to usher people in, but I'm trying to stop everyone so I can actually talk to them.
Yeah, I'm happy to have a chat. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I want to talk about Adam Bentic and his chances tonight.
I think he's got big chance. Big chance, yeah. That's why I'm here. No, I'm excited. He's had an unbelievable year for an old man.
The only person I think that would get more excited is Joey Pignataro. Can you just tell me how big is he actually down at the club? Because when I first went there, he was talking about how he's basically God down there. Obviously does all your events, everyone knows him. The first bloke that saw him called him Tone.
I wouldn't know many who actually know him anymore.
As you can see, we've just seen our first award winners. Congratulations, particularly to our women's rising star, because she didn't know that she was winning Madicap Sailors from Old Metonians. We did talk to her earlier. Don't know if I knew if she won or not. I may have. Anyway, we're at entree now, and we're going to go talk to a few people while they're trying to eat. All right, let's roll. I want to go over first, Old Trinity, to the great man. How are you? Going well, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. How's it going?
Austin Hodge, by the way, from Old Trinity. What's it like to be shortlisted?
Yeah, awesome. To be honest, I didn't really know a whole lot about it, and then a couple of the Footscray boys informed me and said they'd won it, so they said make sure you try and get there, and if you win it, you're in good company.
It is a ripper award. I think Brendan Yetzie's won it before, back in maybe 2007. Now, I don't know if you tune in to the podcast or the show or anything, but you're a Gippy boy.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Buchan. A bit in the country, but yeah.
That's right. I'm a Gippy boy too. I'm a Maffra boy. So I've claimed you as my own.
Yeah, I like that.
So if you get up today, maybe a bit of a shout out.
Gippy boys have got to stick together.
Now I just want to ask you, round 18. I'll calm down a bit. Round 18. It came down to that match against De La Salle. Win, you stay up. Lose, you go down. How were you feeling, I suppose, heading into that, and how did it feel when you actually got up?
Felt very sore leading into it, the body that is, and then pretty nervous going in. It was similar to a sort of a finals experience. Afterwards, sore again, but just relief. Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty big week for the club, and De La are a great club, and it's sad to see them go down, but at the end of the day, it was us or them, so...
Was it more nerve-wracking than, say, going into last year's preliminary final? Compare the pair.
Well, I didn't play the prelim, but I think as a playing group, it was certainly, I think, the atmosphere was far more intense going into that final round against De La.
Well, we're pretty happy to see you stay up, because Brian Waldron's obviously a buoyant De La man. He's down in Premier B. Yeah. I don't know if he knows where Banksia Reserve is in Beaumaris, so he might have to get the Google Maps out.
Yeah.
100%, yeah, Melway's way funnier than Google Maps, that's my bad. You already know that Imogen has been shortlisted. Yep. She's up there. Ness may be up there. Who knows?
I wonder.
Do you think that they're a pretty good chance tonight?
Can we go combine, Ness, Imogen, win?
Well, I'm sure you could. I'm sure they'd poll a lot if you did combine the two.
Yeah, look, I'll go for that. I'll go joint winners, Ness and Imogen.
Dan, you heard it here first. Sal, thank you for joining us. Enjoy your night. Isabella, how are you, superstar?
How are you?
I'm going down to my bad knee again. I'm an old man. How'd you find that? You were shortlisted. Obviously, unfortunately, didn't get up, but just to be shortlisted amongst 14 other girls?
Yeah, I was surprised, to be honest. I didn't expect it. Yeah.
Well, I was talking to your coach not long ago, and he was just raving.
Really?
Raving about, are you a bit of a coach's pet?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I like to go and ask him advice all the time, so I don't know if that makes me a coach's pet, but yeah.
Just makes you a good footballer who wants to learn. Hello, Ness. I'm well. How are you? Now, I just need to talk about last time we spoke.
Yeah.
What happened?
Last time we spoke, we were at the VAFA Big V luncheon, and we were talking about how finals were going to pan out, and I was saying how obviously, Trinity was going to win, and blah, 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 and turns out that wasn't fortuitous, or whatever the word is.
No, it wasn't. Was there anything else that happened? Did anyone else predict anything that may have come to fruition?
Yeah, fruition, that's the word. Yeah, Nick, you also said, I have a funny feeling St. Kevin's might win the grand final. There you go. Is that what you wanted me to say?
A little bit, yeah. It's just such a different conversation to last time we did this last year.
Oh, yes, it was. I remember we were talking about my brother who plays in the reserves for Trinity, and they hadn't won a single game.
Did they win much more this year?
No, not at all.
This is a face that I like to see. The one and only Lee. Justin Hunter, how are you, great man?
I'm really well, thanks, Nick. How are you?
How's life been since you were on the VAFA Tragics?
It really kind of changed my life. I mean, people stop me on the street and all of a sudden they're like, did I see you on VAFA Tragics? And I'm like, yeah, you did. So it's been good.
West Brunswick girls, how are we, ladies? Annie Mac.
Hello, Nicholas Armistead. How are you?
Beth Cook.
Hello, Nick. How are you going?
Yolanda.
Hello. How are you going?
All right, girls. I know it's super disappointing, but you guys made a grand final. Must have been nice.
We did. It was amazing. Considering came from Prem B to Prem A, and from fourth to second, it was incredible.
Not just that, you've come up from Prem B having not even won, so you weren't there wasn't a standout team, and yet you guys have still made the Premier Grand Final. You as president must be pretty proud of the club.
I'm extremely proud, extremely proud. Was very, very emotional and nervous on the day, but have just the team's amazing. The way they connect and their passion and their determination, and that's where they've come from a draw in round one in Prem A and then up to the grand final, and they've done a great job.
They have, and now I've probably got the biggest question of all to ask you. Just come over here so I can get the thing. But how bloody good is your canteen?
Oh, fantastic. Meat pies, salad rolls.
The halloumi pies?
Halloumi pies. I'm usually out playing, so I don't get to eat them, to tell you the truth.
We've got 2 Fitzroy queens. No, I'm not talking about Kate Nolan and Joan Eddy, who we all know are royalty down at Fitzroy. I'm talking about Jess Hayes and Teresa Zampaglione. How are we, girls?
Very well.
I'm going very well, very well. I'm doing even better because I saw your footwear earlier on today. Can you just give us a quick shot of where you're wearing on your feet?
Very quietly, all right. We can take that away now.
So why have we gone the biblical sandals?
Look, primarily for comfort. There was no other reason, but I did not expect such formality in this type of event, and I regretted it instantaneously.
Obviously a disappointing season. The 1 win, relegation, but you now go to Premier B and you can win the flag.
That's it. That's what we're aiming for. So it's going to be a bigger and better year for the Roy girls, and we'll come back fighting.
Coming into round 18, you're trying to avoid relegation. It's been a pretty tough year. You come up against a side who's fighting for finals themselves. How did you get it done?
Oh, it wasn't through anything I did, that's for sure. Some of the young guys that like 20 to 21, 22-year-olds, they're just pure force of will, honestly. They're incredible. We started well and then we just hung on, fortunately, yeah.
Sonny Brazier?
Yeah, four in the first quarter. When you got 4 in the first quarter, I never have, but I assume at quarter time you're thinking, I'm on here, I'm for 15 or 16, but they hung off him for the rest of the day.
Talk about Huey Nicholson, because this man just averaged about 40 touches this year. What is it about the rest of your team that they don't want to help you out and win games?
I think they're all injured, mate. That's why.
Hey guys.
Hey, how you going?
Eloise Stefina. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel being in the midst of a star?
I'm honestly starstruck. I've been trying to contain myself all night, but she's a really big deal.
She is a really big deal. I mean, she kicked a goal, I reckon. Was it in the grand final that was an absolute ripper? Everyone remembers the one. I remember Eloise.
We know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was.
How did you feel when you found out you'd won?
Yeah, I was pretty shocked, to be honest. Didn't see it coming, but obviously very happy and honoured and proud of me and the club.
So do you prefer kicking goals or winning best and fairest?
Don't see why you can't do both.
Congratulations on the premiership.
Thank you very much. Very exciting.
How was it?
Unreal. I mean, best ever. We were saying tonight, like, you can't compare individual achievement to team achievement. Like,
yeah, you can.
No, you really
You're the best player.
True. Ali may say something different, so I don't know. I'm not
excited. Now she has been announced as a final.
She had no idea, so we were very excited. She was actually shaking.
How do you think she'll go?
I think she can take it out. She's an absolute gun. I think she dominated the entire year. As I said, #1 hit outs. So I have my fingers crossed for her.
What's more nerve-wracking? The potential that you could be the best player in the competition, or coming on the 2-time award-winning Vafa Tragics?
Well, look, I don't think... there's some tough competition tonight, so I'm not too sure. I don't think I'll be the victorious one in the end, so Vafa Tragics definitely.
But congratulations, by the way. You're one of 4 shortlisted players. You're one of the top 4 vote getters. That must feel pretty special.
Pretty surprising, but yeah, definitely special, yeah.
Not surprising when you look at the numbers and you've had 220 more hit-outs than your next best opponent.
Nah, I don't reckon. I think a statistician's been working in my favour there.
Yeah, I reckon someone might like you down there at St Kevin's. Tell us about the grand final win.
I think it was pretty incredible. Like, either team could have taken it out. Top 3 teams could have taken that day out. It was just about who wanted it more on the day or the grit. So, our team showed a lot of determination and we were doing it for each other. So, ultimately, I reckon that's what got us there. But, West Brunswick performed really well too.
And is some of that juju going to rub off on the boys so they can make it 3 straight?
Yeah, fingers crossed. I think they did a really good job winning on the weekend against Collegians. I'm not sure if that was a predicted outcome. So,
Predicted here.
Oh, really?
One of the greatest players to pull on a pair of amateur boots. Guy just wants to know who you're dressed by.
Tonight I'm dressed by a couple of labels.
Yep.
MJ Bale up top.
Nice.
And New Denim down below.
Tony Pigna Artro.
Tony.
How are you, Tone?
You know as well as anyone, Tony's not the real name. It's just the alias at St Bernard's because we don't want people to come flood me with autographs.
I was talking to The Rock, your boy, earlier.
Oh, Tommy Caven.
And he was pretty happy to hear that George spat out Pigna Artro last week. He reckons you need to be pulled down a peg. Getting a bit ahead of yourself down at the Snake Pit, he reckons.
Well,
we just got a nod from Nat, the girlfriend.
Well, when you're a superstar of a football club,
Yeah.
as Tommy Caven is, not myself, he's entitled to say those things. But George, come on.
Which means, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the VAFA, it is my pleasure to announce the winner of the 2019 William Buck Premier Women's Best and Fairest Award on 28 votes from Old Trinity, Imogen Barnett.
Imogen Barnett here. Sorry I can't be there tonight. I'm probably currently sunbaking in Croatia, but it certainly is an honour to have received the Best and Fairest for the VAFA competition this year. We've had such a great season as a club, being minor premiers, unfortunately not making the grand final, but I'm sure we'll be back bigger and stronger than ever. I'd love to thank the VAFA competition in its entirety for your continued support in the growth and development of the Women's League. It certainly is a privilege to be able to play. Having watched my brother play at Old Scotch for many years, it certainly is a privilege to be able to be part of this competition. I wish everyone else best of luck tonight and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the VAFA, I am pleased to announce the winner of the 2019 Woodrow Medal and just the 5th player in the history of the VAFA to go back-to-back on 26 votes from University Blues, Ace Cordy.
I now call to the stage our winner. Back-to-back winner, Ace Cordy. And the average height continues to be ridiculous. Congratulations, Ace. To give you an idea, 35 goals, an average of 42 hit-outs and 17 disposals every game. Another really solid year, but of course you've got players taking votes off you as well. How did you find this year compared to last? A really successful side with so many good players in your side as well.
Yeah, it's a nice change. Rippo's sitting here carrying on fantastically well, but he was out of form last year and he was one of a number of blokes that didn't quite play up to their potential, and this year they've turned it around and 10 points out of relegation in 2018, and this year we've got a chance to have a crack at the title. So it's been a big turnaround, and it's been on the back of blokes who are a bit down have really stepped it up, and it's been a fantastic year.
It's been an amazingly consistent year. You've been consistent as well, but just from a team perspective, it seems that you've really evened out from the top end to the bottom end. The depth is there as well, which makes for a really even team performance, and will no doubt give you confidence going in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like I said, last year you sort of galvanised the team. It was very disappointing. Everyone was very frustrated. We lost, I think, 6 or 7 games by less than a goal, and everyone was pretty unhappy. And it made for a good pre-season, an even better start to the year. And then once the momentum comes and form's a beautiful thing, and blokes start playing together, it makes a big difference. Yeah.
Now, last year we spoke about playing for the right reasons, being involved with a VAFA club and playing with lots of blokes who are your mates, and you're enjoying it. This year you've gone back, you've got them in form and you're winning. Obviously winning is an important part of it, but how have you found the difference this year and knowing a bit more about the VAFA competition, but also knowing that teams will be coming for you as well?
Yeah, as you know, I'm a big advocate for the VAFA. I think it's a fantastic competition, very well run, and it's like I said, everyone's here for the right reasons, which I really enjoy in an amateur football league. Like you said, blokes came back ready to play and ready to change things from the season before. We always had a tight-knit group. Nothing's changed. Wins make things easier, as you know, but we've had a good influx of talent, 3 or 4 very talented players, and like I said, senior blokes, not just Marshall, Jeremy Mugovan, Connor Lappin, these blokes who are a little bit down have really stepped up this year, and it makes a huge difference when you've got 22 contributors on the weekend, which is what we need.
We went through the stats of just how long and prestigious this competition is, and VAFA footy's been going for more than 125 years. 5 people have won back-to-back competition best and fairest Woodrow medals. What does that mean to you from a personal perspective? I know it's all about the team and you'll be looking forward to the GF, but what does that mean knowing that you were just the 5th player to do such an achievement?
Yeah, it's a fantastic honour. I'm very humbled by it. At the start of the year, I wanted to take on the captaincy, and it's always a bit of an interesting experience when you do take on the captaincy. Can you keep your form up? Do you start worrying about other things? And I certainly wanted to start the year well, managed to do that, and like I said, form came amongst the group, and then once the ball starts rolling, momentum's a beautiful thing. So from a personal perspective, I always want to play every week. My coach talked to me about resting me a couple of times this year. That was never going to happen. So it's one of those things that I missed a lot of footy early in my career. Just want to keep playing, get the consistency going, and make sure my teammates every week is the same objective. There's no easy wins, there's no easy games of footy, and that's something that's been supposed to spread through the group, and it's something the boys really bought into.
You've done so much in footy, you've played at the highest level, you're now playing at a really consistent high level at the VAFA level. What's your motivation every week? We know what the motivation is in a couple of weeks' time, that's easy to do, but over the summer months and the planning months and getting the players together, and just from a personal point of view, to wake up every week and make sure that you're ready to go.
Yeah, like I said, there's no easy games of football, and I think that's probably the main driver every week. It's a matter of self-pride. You've got blokes coming after you, you've got guys that want to mouth you off the field, on the field, you've got guys that want to come after you physically, and you've got to be ready for that challenge. And every session you don't do in the off-season, or every training session you skip, or every hardball you shirk from, that's something the boys remember, and I know there's a lot of respect mutually amongst this competition, and guys won't let you get away with it. They'll remember it very quick smart, and they'll let you know about it. So it's one of those things that from a personal pride point of view, and from a team pride, we were actually very disappointed last year, and this year was a real statement year for the club. We got one more challenge, and that's something we're all looking forward to.
No doubt, we know it's a team game, and no doubt there's people that you would like to thank to be up here tonight as our back-to-back Woodrow medalists as the Premier Division best and fairest player.
Thanks, Pete. Cheers. I'll keep it quick. It's been a nice long night. I think tonight's a real testament to how strong the VAFA is. Congratulations to all the men and women tonight who have received awards. I think it's a great setting, and I really appreciate how big a turnout we've had tonight. From a personal point of view, thank you very much to the Uni Blues Football Club. I've said it before. I've loved every minute of being down here, and it's been a fantastic football club. To the whole VAFA on a whole, but Uni Blues in particular, I love the way you conduct yourselves, and the way that everyone's here for the right reasons, and everyone's here to contribute to the footy club, not take from the footy club. So thank you there. Thanks to Rorky, president of the footy club. Thanks to Q, who did recruit me there a couple of years ago. It was pretty easy recruitment, but well done, mate. And just as a whole, to the competition, really appreciate and thank you all for a very competitive season. Like I said, there's a lot of respect amongst the VAFA, and I've had a lot of great opponents this year. And to the boys playing on the weekend, the Zabs boys and the Scobs boys, best of luck. I know it's going to be a hell of a game, and we're really looking forward to whoever we face in a couple of weeks' time. So have a great night, guys. Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Great stuff, Ace. I'll now invite VAFA Life member, former president and Big V champion Nick Burke to present the 2019 Woodrow Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, back-to-back wins. A big round of applause from Uni Blues, Ace Cordy.
I'm here with just 2 medalists. One's gone back-to-back. The other is just torn up Div 3 while Michael Culliver's been injured. Paddy O'Brien, well done, mate.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
And Yuma?
Appreciate it, thank you.
How'd you go up there, boys? Enjoy it?
Yeah, no, it was a good experience, man. Yeah, love being out here. So, yeah.
Oh, definitely a whole lot less nervous than I was last year. Bit used to it, yeah. Well, second time up, so I was more comfortable, so it was good.
Now, did you bring the most beautiful date on your arm again this year?
Yeah, my mum came again. She was here, and she was definitely more excited than I was again. So, yeah, it's all about her tonight, apparently.
What a superstar. And you brought the most handsome date on your arm, Michael Culliver.
Yeah, so I brought Mika along, my captain from the footy club. Absolute gun. If he was playing this year, he probably would have won the award. So, you know.
None of that garbage.
It was a fantastic night. The VAFA put on a show, and there was plenty of awards given out, and it was good to see the whole competition out there basically.
Well, did you like the format? Or did you miss the votes?
I missed the votes. I did miss the votes. The old 3-2-1's always a nice thing.
And who delivers them better?
I haven't heard anyone deliver it. Maybe Demetrio back in the day. The way he said Carlton was always a big thing.
That's who I based it off.
Yeah, well, you did well. That's it. So no, it was fantastic, and it was a nice result, which is always good. But like I said, last year this time I had about 15 beers.
Yeah.
This time I've had probably about 12. But no, I've got a big couple of weeks coming up, which is exciting. So
how exciting was it when it came down to two players, and it was you and Rippo?
Well, it was exciting, except he kept yelling and screaming, so like the whole place heard him yelling. I was pretty confident I had him covered. Yeah. So when he got to second, I was like, oh yeah, I think I've got him here. But I was a bit worried. I thought Pavlo and Bentic were going to get some more votes, because both of them, especially when we played them, Bentic in particular, absolutely destroyed us. And every time I read the bloody VAFA report, you had Pavlo with 50 touches or 40-odd touches. So it was obviously a very competitive year, and there's some really good players in the comp. So
obviously, mate, just a real quick one. Next weekend, what are we expecting? What do we think? You're taking it home?
Next weekend? Oh, yeah, we're definitely very confident.
Who will you be playing?
Yeah, that's one that I couldn't answer for you. I mean, Scobs have got the runs on the board. They've won big games. They're a physical team. But the way Zavs played against us on the weekend, they were fantastic. Very stiff to get beaten by us. So I couldn't pick it for you. But we'll be ready for who we play against. And it's a big year for the Blues. So we're going to be ready for anything.
It's a massive year, mate. And where's Rocky taking you tonight?
I don't think Rocky's taking me anywhere tonight. I got to go home. I got bloody work to do tomorrow. So I'll give boss a call. I'll send him a text, let him know I won't be up to 100% standard, but I'll make sure I won't kick on like I did last year.
Nah, good man. Enjoy, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks, brother. Well done.
Cheers, mate. Good man.
That is it for tonight. We have covered just about everything, interviewed just about everyone. Congratulations to Ace Cordy, and congratulations to Imogen Barnett from Old Trinity, who took home the big BNF for the women's. Obviously, you've seen all the coaches, MVP, Vanessa Murphy, Gus Borthwick. Congratulations to all of tonight's award winners. Hamish Dick as well. I'll throw you in there, mate, because you're a superstar from Old Brighton. Maddie Capsalis from Old Mentonians. Our two rising stars. Tune into the Tragics. We'll be back next week. Lenny will be back. I think his shoulders will be a bit looser after carrying me all season. But thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.